Sony Studios, if this movie right here is your apology letter from the atrocity that was the Emoji Movie, then I greatly accept your apology.
Pizza time.
And it's finally time we take a look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Man, this was probably one of the biggest surprises of last year, since when I first saw the trailer, I thought, okay, this looks decent, I guess, but I'll only see it because I like Spider-Man. But when I saw it, it gave this movie, right here, Avengers Infinity War, a hard decision. I had to make a hard decision between which movie I preferred as my favorite movie of 2018. I'm not even joking when I say that. These movies are equally good, in my opinion. But we're not talking about Infinity War, we're talking about this movie. So, and this is also the best animated movie of last year. Seriously, let's talk about the plot. This movie is about Miles Morales, who is going into a new school, but he's bitten by a radioactive spider, and he gets abilities like Spider-Man. But unfortunately, his Spider-Man in his dimension gets killed while trying to stop the Kingpin from using the Collider to bring back his family, because if Kingpin did use the Collider, it would have destroyed basically all their dimensions. And because of that Collider, it brings multiple Spider People into their Miles' dimension, and the Spider People had to train Miles in order to help them stop the Kingpin from using the Collider again. So, what do I think of this movie? It's outstanding. I am so happy that this movie was amazing, and this is my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. As much as I love movies like Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man, and Homecoming, this movie beats all of them in my opinion. And also, I am just so grateful that both the Oscars and the Academy Awards gave this movie the Best Animated win, since it greatly deserves it in my opinion. And this is probably my favorite animated movie behind Toy Story 2, no, Toy Story 3. This is the best animated movie since Toy Story 3, guys. This is the only animated movie I've seen to give Toy Story 3 a hard competition. I'm just saying, people. Also, this is one of my top 5 favorite superhero movies, but let's get into why I love it. First off, the animation. It's gorgeous. I love the different styles they use. Now, each character, even though they have multiple animations, going from comic book designs to cartoon anime designs to black and white to freaking anime, all of them blend well, and none of them feel out of the ordinary. Basically, all of them blend well, in my opinion, and they don't look terrible. They don't. They look outstanding, and I'm really grateful. And the story, and the whole "What's Up Danger" scene is great. That's probably my favorite scene in the movie. The "What's Up Danger." I like that scene so much. I listen to that song pretty much every day of my life. It's so dang good. But still, and also the voice acting is perfect in this movie. To think, Chris Pine voicing Spider-Man would be outstanding. But seriously, that opening scene with Spider-Man is just perfect. I love how throughout the movie, a running gag is how whenever a new Spider-Man is introduced, they're all like, okay, let's do this from the beginning, making fun of how, in the past past 2 decades, we've been getting nothing but Spider-Man origin stories. And here they're just, poking fun out of it, and it's really good. The comedy of this movie is really good, in my opinion. I mean, the actors, no, seriously, both Spider-Ham and Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man Noir are perfect. They are perfect comic reliefs, in my opinion, and all their jokes made me laugh. And I was kind of worried how they were going to do Miles Morales' origin with the Spider-Verse story arc and blend them together. But the way they did it was so well done, in my opinion, that even though it did feel like it was 2 movies, but it felt really good, in my opinion, and it wasn't something like the DCU where they mesh all these story arcs together and turn to a complete mess. Here, they all flow naturally and work, in my opinion. And also, this movie does understand the character of Spider-Man. I love the message where, anyone can be Spider-Man. Anyone can wear the mask. And the movie is even emotional at times. even though we only saw Spider-Man for like 2 minutes, like, well, the Chris Pine Spider-Man, when he died, you truly felt that impact on him. And also, this movie has, in my opinion, the best Stan Lee cameo of all time. Like, seriously, a friend of mine told me that he's like that. A friend of mine told me this. You know what? That Stan Lee cameo when he said, "Man, I'm gonna miss Spider-Man." He and I were good friends. He told me that it was like Stan Lee knew he didn't have much time before he was recording it. So yeah, shout out to you, Stan Lee. May you rest in peace. I'm pretty sure, even though you didn't see this movie, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you would be proud of this movie. And then there's the characters. Miles Morales is a really likable main character. You feel for him. And he's kind of relatable. Since I'm going to high school soon, I can kind of understand him going to a new environment. And I like how in this modern age where like every movie and TV show is trying to push diversity down us, which I'm fine for diversity, but it feels like every movie nowadays is like trying to push this down our throats. Here, even though there's a lot, and I mean a lot of spider people, it doesn't feel like they're pushing it down our throats. It actually feels natural. I like the Spider-Man characters in this movie. Um, I really like the Hobo Peter. He was very funny. Though to be fair, is it just me, or does Fat Thor from Endgame remind me of this Peter Parker? And also, Gwen Stacy is really good in this movie. I thought she was really likable, and her chemistry with Miles was really good. And of course, one of the greatest actings ever made, Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir. Okay, even though Nicolas Cage was in 2 animated movies last year, this movie and the atrocity known as Teen Titans Go the movies, I'm at the very least grateful that he was in 1 good animated movie last year. Seriously, let's pretend that the Teen Titans Go movie never happened, please. That movie was terrible. I don't understand why that movie got good reviews. But still, every joke from him made me laugh, and he was just a ball to sit through. And also, I do like the Prowler in this movie. I thought he was really good. And yeah, also, the action scenes are really well done. Even though they're very fast paced, you can at least tell what's going on, and they're always exciting to sit through. I I can literally go on all day on why this movie is a masterpiece. Like, if you've seen the movie, you already know why. It's amazing in my opinion, and I truly do love it. Everything works here. The story, the characters, the animation, the action, the humor, all of it works perfectly. And for that reason alone, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse easily gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. And it gets an S rank. It deserves it in my opinion. If you haven't seen this movie, I pity you. You need to watch this movie right now. Support this movie. I want more movies about these. In fact, if we literally got solo movies about Spider-Gwen, Penny Parker, Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man, and Spider-Ham, I would go there day one and watch them. I would pay $1 million to see those movies. I'm not even joking. Dear God, I'm losing my throat today, since I don't want to talk about this movie. But seriously, I just adore Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is a masterpiece, and it was tied for my favorite movie of 2018, along with Avengers Infinity War. And yeah, so since we can't talk about Homecoming, I decided to end this marathon off with a TV show about Spider-Man. So yeah, I guess I'm reviewing 2 animated Spider-Man stuff. So see y'all later when we take a look at the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show. See you all later, and have a good day. Hey guys, I know I've done this before, but I'm truly sorry, guys. I'm trying to do less of these nowadays, but still, these are 2 things I forgot to talk about in the review, but I do like how in the movie, I like Peter and Miles' dynamic in the movie. It's a very good student and mentor dynamic. It's a very well done, in my opinion. Also, I like how in the movie, while Peter is trying to teach Miles how to become the new Spider-Man in Miles' dimension, because of him teaching Miles, Hobo Peter is becoming Spider-Man yet again because he's lost all hope, because in his dimension, he got a divorce with MJ and lost Aunt May, and yeah, he's basically a junk food eater, and yeah, I do like their dynamic. I like the story arc for Hobo Peter. Yeah, even though he's kind of like Fat Thor from Endgame, I'm just saying. Also, I love the final battle of this movie, and it's very symbolic, because think about it. Aside from Thanos, the villain that got the most recognition last year is the Kingpin. Like, he was in Spider-Man PS4, he was in this movie, and Daredevil Netflix. And Spider-Man got the most recognition last year, mainly due to the "I don't feel so good" meme. But seriously, Peter was in, Spider-Man was in this movie, Spider-Man PS4, and Infinity War. So it's kind of symbolic that the hero who got the most recognition last year and the villain who got the most recognition last year are fighting it head to head. And also, I do like how this movie is dark in some places. Like, they literally show Kingpin shooting Miles' uncle in the back of his chest, and like, you wouldn't see that in most animated movies because they'd be like, oh, we can't show a gun or someone shooting at someone with a gun. But here they do that, and when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, this movie is dark as heck. But still, to think, last year was pretty much the year for Spider-Man. I mean, we got this outstanding movie, Avengers Infinity War, and of course, Spider-Man PS4, my favorite game on the PS4. Like, seriously, these three things combined was the year for Spider-Man. But unfortunately, it came at a cost of the loss of Stan Lee. So, Stan Lee, may you rest in peace, you beautiful man. And I'm pretty sure if you got the chance to see this movie, you would be proud. So, may you rest in peace, Stan Lee. And join me next time as we take a look at the spectacular Spider-Man. See you all later, and bye.